Hi, I'm Lazy, and today I'm just going to show you different ways of locking a thread or locking a nut and bolt together to stop it coming undone. We'll go through them ever so quickly because it does get a bit boring, but I'll say the best to last, the one that really works and I use all the time. First one is a very common nylon nut. A lot of these mechanical devices, they actually rely on friction actually to stop them coming undone, and this one, obviously a nylon nut, you can only use once really. Once you tighten it up, it goes through the nut, first part of the nut, comes to the nylon, cuts its own thread, and that's pretty much what stops it from coming undone. But once you've undone it, you can't really use it again. You can use it as an ordinary nut, but not as a nylon, because it really won't work. That's the first one. Next one is the shake-proof washer. You've probably seen these loads and loads of times. And the way they work is, when you put it on, pretend this nylon's an ordinary nut, you actually tighten up the bolt head. You don't tighten up the nut because that'll ruin the washer, and all that does is forces serrations into the metal and stops the nut from coming undone. Sometimes it's also a good idea when you're using a bolt, if you turn the head of the bolt, put a plain washer underneath it, and that'll stop you scratching the paint, because as the hexagon goes around them marks, I know a lot of the bolts, if you can see underneath there, they've got an undercut anyway, but always use a washer. So that's the shake-proof washer. The next one that everybody knows about is the spring washer. So I haven't got a bigger one, but it's the only one I've got at the moment. That's a spring washer. It's a stainless steel spring washer. Obviously normal stuff. Clamps your piece of metal, tightens up, and the actual spring, the tensile spring, will actually start squashing, and that'll hold the nut together and stop it from coming out. Another, just a quick thing, nothing to do with locking the bolts and nuts. The stainless steel. If you're using stainless steel nuts and bolts, don't ever be tempted to put them on dry. Always put a little bit of grease or a bit of Vaseline. It just stops them binding. I don't know if you've ever had a stainless nut and bolt that actually started firing up. As you tighten it up, the friction gets harder and harder, and the heat actually fuses them together or welds them together, the stainless steel. So if you're using stainless steel nuts and bolts, just a little bit of Vaseline or a very bit of light grease. That's it. That's that one. The next one you can use, which I've used so many times, if you're tightening something up with a nut, you don't want it to come undone, all I do is drill and tap a hole through there, 6mm, put a grub screw in, tighten the nut up, tighten the grub screw up, and the job's a good one. It won't come undone. But what you've got to remember, when you undo the nut, always undo the grub screw first, otherwise just tear the thread. So that's that one. And the last one, I'll show you now. This is a 16mm. These are cam washers. These are the ultimate in washers. There's no way in a million years it'll ever come undone. So you have to use them as a pair. On the inside they see a little cam. You can see it or not. Little cam. And either side you've got these little serrations there. Well, as you tighten it up, I'm going to show you on this one. As you tighten it up, them little serrations will dig into the bolt, dig into the surface of the accompanying metal the other side. So as you tighten them up, you go tighter, go like that. And they can't actually come undone because the cam, you see the cam? As they start coming on, it gets tighter and tighter. The only disadvantages to these are, once they're tightened up, it takes a little bit of a pull just to undo them. You have to sort of get a bit of spin on and give them a bit of a push just to try to overcome that initial bit of friction on there. But these are really good. They come in all different sizes. I think they go down to about 6mm, 6, 8, 10, 12. This is a 16. I showed you this one just to show it working. It's easy to see. But these are fantastic. I use them everywhere. I use them on my prop shaft because obviously I don't want them to come through. I've actually got them on my brake calipers. You know, like I said, they're a bit of a pain. Once they're tightened up, they don't come undone. You have to give them a little bit of a jerk, just pull them a little bit just to initially get them undone. But the beauty is, you can use them again. You know, so they are quite expensive, but I've never ever had anything come undone. I'm not sure what make these are, but those are supplied by a company called Dyna Systems. I don't know if they're still about. Probably not, because it was a long time ago. But these are the ones to use. These ones don't use. I don't really like them. I know they always supply them on when you fit tow bars and the tow balls. I always fit them on there. I don't really like them, but they do serve a purpose. But don't forget, always turn the bolt head. That's pretty much about it. There's one more with a split pin. I'll show you that. I'll just pause the camera and we'll go and have a quick look. Right, this is the one I was going to show you with the split pin. I don't know if you can see it or not. These are castle nuts. Basically, you just tighten them up as tight as you can get them up to torque setting. Then you actually drill a hole. Find it. Just drill a hole through there, coming out the other side to suit the split pin, and then yep, that's pretty much it. The other way you can do it, you can actually put in a plain nut without the castle trace on the top, and you can actually drill a hole right way through there and wrap it with wire around there into that one, into that one, and that one. But it doesn't look very neat. That's pretty much about it really. The only thing I would recommend is that when you're putting on nuts and bolts and you're tightening things up, just put a little bit of grease or Vaseline on the bolt, because you know, I can guarantee that you'll be the one undoing it in a few years' time and you don't want it to rust. So you never ever really put nuts and bolts on dry. Just a little tiny bit of grease, it helps. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye now.